Hey everybody, Grest here. So today we're going to take a look at an old CVA 45 caliber muzzleloader kit gun. Will this thing work? Stay tuned to find out.
Huh. That cap didn't go off. Try it again. Well, that didn't work.
You got it loaded?
Alrighty folks, so a little bit of background on this thing before you get to the shooting footage. This is an old Kentucky rifle. This is a kit gun probably from sometimes in the 1970s, maybe early 80s at the latest. This actually belonged to my father. This was a CVA, or is a CVA kit gun, and it is in 45 caliber, and it's a Kentucky long rifle percussion cap style muzzleloader. So anyways, some years ago, probably about 10 years ago or so, something like that, I decided to go ahead and try to finish this thing up. My dad had hand given this to me. It was sitting in a closet for decades. And first time ever doing a kit gun, I didn't do the best job of it, but I did the staining on the wood myself, and I did the bluing. The bluing on here is a plum bluing. I actually picked it up from Brownells even way back then. I've been a customer of theirs for probably 20 years or so, maybe even longer than that, now that I think about it. You know, other than that, I polished up some of the brass pieces here that were quite tarnished from just age and sitting around, stuff like that. And of course, I probably need to polish those again because it's been such a long time since I put this thing together. But I had never shot this particular muzzleloader, and the reason being is I was missing a very important piece, and that is the little bolster plug screw right here. So not too long ago, I found a little obscure shop that actually happened to have parts for these old CVA muzzleloader kit guns, among other kit guns as well, and other muzzleloaders, traditional type muzzleloaders, and ordered a couple of these. And you know, recently I decided, you know what, let me try to shoot this thing and see actually how well it shoots. So I picked up some powder from Brownells as well, some Hodgdon FFFG style powder, 777 actually. And you know, I had some percussion caps from my dad's muzzleloader stuff. He was kind of big into muzzleloader, especially when I was really young. I remember him taking some muzzleloaders out to shoot and stuff, especially at scouting trips and stuff like that. He would bring those out to kind of, you know, throw some powder in there without a projectile and just make smoke and stuff like that. So anyways, I wanted to see if this thing would shoot. So I took it out this past weekend with a buddy of mine, and let's go ahead and take a look at that footage and see how well this thing did.
Huh. That cap didn't go off. Try it again. Well, that didn't work.
You got it loaded?
Yeah, that's loaded.
But the powder didn't go?
Nope. Oh, nipple's a little loose.
You got a little nipple wrench?
That's a great question. Well, it could also be that powder that's in here too. Or let me grab one of these other percussion caps. Maybe I just got a bad one, or I'll just try another one. I don't know. And these are almost gone anyways. Might as well just finish it off. But I mean, that with that thing being loose, a little loose, I don't know. I mean, you should be able to get the.
You think the spark could go down there,
Yeah.
as long as it's open. I mean, it definitely went off.
The second time, yeah. There we go.
There you go.
That's more better.
That is.
And I hit the target too.
Yeah, you did.
That's pretty cool. I blued this myself, by the way.
Did you?
Yeah, plum blue. Yep. Yeah, it's been kicking around a closet or a gun safe for quite a few years.
That's a nice looking rod that's on there.
Yeah.
That's a real nice looking rod.
Yeah, I took all that stuff and polished up. I had to drill this, and these cross pins, I kind of fit up. But yeah, these were those, $70 kit guns.
Yeah.
40 years ago. It's from the late 70s, I guess, from what my dad told me when he gave it to me. But
now, can you shoot a Sabot with those?
Yeah, they're rifled. You can.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, as long as they're a rifled barrel, you can shoot them. Yeah, this one's. I mean, yeah, they're a muzzleloader, but they got some more modern features, I guess. So let me try that again. I think I'm out of this powder though. I think this powder's about done. This one's got a lot of powder in it, so let me try this one.
It's hard to believe they fought wars with them things.
Yeah, no shit. I mean, this is... Hold on, stop shooting at me so I can reload my... 5 minutes later. I mean, I guess some fellers had to get pretty proficient with this.
You think so?
One of my kind of things I want to do is get a replica Brown Bess. Like what we fought the Revolutionary War with. I think that'd be pretty cool to have one of those. They're kind of pricey for what they are, unfortunately, but... I have to get me a mallet, I think, to keep in these things. Once you get past the end there, it's not so bad. There we go. Whew, man. Alrighty. Okay. Watch it not go off. That's a lot of fun. I miss it.
All right, so you can see there from the shooting footage, I had a little bit of trouble getting this thing to go off initially. I shot a percussion cap through it just to kind of, make sure that it would shoot through there. And then I had one that went off or didn't go off, and then it went off and it didn't fire. And, one of the things about muzzleloaders that I've learned, especially recently, is that you have to have a little bit of a sense of humor because they're just not always going to go off. And me and my buddy that were out shooting, we were actually talking about how, wars and stuff were fought with muzzleloaders and how crazy that must have been to have to spend all that time to reload these things and then turn around and fire another volley of shots. And of course, if you're percussion cap didn't go off, or flintlock if it was a flintlock style, you know, you were in trouble if you were facing an enemy at that time. So, you know, and then thinking about just hunting scenarios, trying to hunt with an old traditional style muzzleloader like this Kentucky rifle from CVA, you have to have quite a sense of humor. Now, I will say that it appeared that the sights on this are fairly accurate. This is a rifled barrel, so you know, you can get some shots downrange on steel with this thing. And probably if you spend a little bit of time figuring out what kind of powder, how much powder to use in it, what type of projectiles, you probably can make this into a relatively accurate rifle if you spend a lot of time with it. So one of my plans this year is to spend a little more time going back to our roots, going back to muzzleloader type stuff like this Kentucky rifle from CVA. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video, kind of looking at this thing, a little bit of history from my family, from my dad. Even though this isn't really worth anything as far as a muzzleloader, it is from a kit, but it's a pretty old kit, and you know, look forward to spending some more time with this thing.
Yeah, just wait for it.
Yeah.
Might need to try a different cap, or try that one again if you want.
I will. I'll try it again.
Yeah, wait for it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll bring you another cap.
How old are these caps?
Oh shoot, they're probably 40 years old. They're as old as I am, probably. Might be older.
There we go.
That's a lot of work shooting those things. It's a lot of work.
I do think you need a trigger job, though. I can tell you that.
It's like 20 pounds, right? That's a heavy damn trigger in that thing. It's like...
One of the things that really sucks about this particular muzzleloader that I've noticed is that the trigger is horrendous. It's like a 20-pound pull. I tried to smooth it out, tried to polish it a little bit, and then oil it. But this thing, if you kind of look here, and my gauge won't even register it, but if you're pulling on this thing, it's a lot of force in order to get that thing to release. And these just aren't known for having very good triggers. There are quite a bit of other better muzzleloaders out there, especially in regards to the triggers, of course. But one thing's for sure, that this trigger will not go off unless you absolutely want it to go off. So there is that. All right, so I appreciate everybody watching today's video on this old CVA 45 caliber Kentucky rifle kit gun that I picked up many, many years ago. This actually belonged to my father and it was unfinished. I went ahead and finished it up, and really cool to be able to shoot this thing finally and share this with y'all. If you're looking for stuff for your muzzleloader, powder, percussion caps, projectiles, that sort of thing, definitely go check out my friends over at Brownells. If you go over to my website and head over there using my affiliate link, the channel does get a kickback, so much appreciated for that. They are the biggest sponsor of the channel, so big thanks to those folks over there. Any questions or comments, please put those down below, and as always, I appreciate everybody watching and subscribing, and I will catch you all in the next video. Y'all take it easy.